What up, y'all? It's the Jokerz Gallery right here on the Fago Lovers Network. Another episode of 5 Piece coming at you. Today we're ranking the top 5 Shaggy 2-Dope verses of all time. We ranked the Duke's top 5 songs a couple weeks back with Evil. If you missed that one, check that one out. But if you rank the Duke's songs top 5 all time, you also got to rank Southwest Strangla's top 5 songs of all time. So that's exactly what we're here to do today. Going to introduce the panel before we get into our top 5. Starting off at the top right there beside me, be Mike Sears, host of the Speak Your Clout podcast and UFCD on Studio 17.
Hell yeah, co-host UFCD. Been the boy shit, regular shit. You know what's popping?
Then we'll move it down to the Larry King of the Underground, Luke the Goon, checking in once again.
Back again. What's good? We're talking about the Southwest Strangla tonight, man.
Hell yeah.
And then special guest today, co-host of UFCD with Mike Sears on Studio 17. We got Siznac joining the show. I know he's a huge Shaggy 2-Dope fan from watching UFCD, so had to get him to jump on the top 5 songs of all time.
Shit's fire.
Woo woo. Hell yeah. Thanks for having me on. Bender Boys Dominate, UFCD, Studio 17. Check it out.
You know.
Excited for this one. This is, like you said, Shaggy's my dude, so I've got my list ready to go.
I'll jump right into mine. Well, I won't jump right into it. I'll stomp right into it at the 5 spot. It's going to be Stomp off Tunnel of Love.
Yeah, same, dog. Let's do it
together. That's mine, too. Yeah. Yeah.
There's me, I'm burning houses and jumping telephone poles. They call me Fireface, I'm sucking hot coals. Give me a quarter, I'll buy a quarter with the gas. Stick in your house and slowly pour it in your ass. Blaze it up, you run around screeching scorn. Your ass is burning, your nuts pop like popcorn. And when I see ya, I stomp all the flames out. Stomp your face and your ass, stomp your titties, I stomp your balls. We stomp in my wicked town. Folks up and folks down, a wicked clown. I represent like a true I paint the folks in the case in your neighborhood. So when you see me, give a nod, say what up. Then walk away or I stop your fucking mouth shut. When I'm done, I drink a couple gallons of gas and then I stick a lighter in my ass. Yeah, so you die with the fucking clown. Check it out. I say stop, you say stop. Stop. I say stop, you say stop.
The only thing I was going to say about mine is this is a song I actually forgot. Because when I was putting together my list, I was like just thinking about like the solo Shaggy, so, you know, fuck off, fuck the fuck off, motherfucker. Yeah. And then backstage, Mike was like, oh, yeah, you know, I think he mentioned Stomp. And I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot about Stomp. I fucking love Tunnel of Love. So I had to go with Stomp on there.
Wow, number 5. That's a good one.
Banger should expect the K's in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Fire shit, man. You know?
Oh, yeah, man.
It was placed worth of gas.
It was placed perfectly in the album too, because it's all like love songs and shit, and then all of a sudden you got Stomp just to come in and kind of like clear the palette of all the lovey-dovey songs and shit. You got Stomp, you got 2-Dope coming in for a quick hot minute, and it's got the like we were talking about, as much as Luke dislikes it or not. That's probably the first time you really heard whoop whoop.
I know.
I love when Shaggy performs that song live too.
Oh yeah.
Just I say stomp, you say whoop whoop, stomp, whoop whoop. Yeah, whoop whoop, Luke.
That's the one time I will. That's the one time I will whoop whoop.
Hit the folks in the K's in your neighborhood.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Sneak in your house. Yeah, Stomp's a good song. It is on my list, but not that high.
That was back in the day whenever you didn't hear a lot of Shaggy, especially solo tracks either. So you hear that one and it immediately connects like, oh shit, 2-Dope's getting fucking paid on this album.
That's what I've always said on the UFCD songs. You gotta cherish the Shaggy you get, because you didn't get very much solo Shaggy. So yeah, you get one song maybe on each album of solo Shaggy.
Yeah.
So, hell yeah, that's a good one. Well, I mean, all three of you have the same number 5. My number 5 I don't think a lot of people think about, but it's the hidden track on the Bizarre album at the end of Pendulum's Promise.
We snapping them, venom and half with some rugged time speeds, vertebrae champions. We banging them, throwing our wangs in them, busting nuts, then we hanging them. We breaking them standards, we making them golden platinum plaques, we taking them. We conquered them, stomped them, psychopathic violence, there's no stopping them. We roll with them, cut a throat with them, ICP and juggalos on the same mission. We butcher them, juggalo foot in them, put them on trial, electric chair cooking them. We beneath them and too deep to reach them. Motherfuckers in China can't see us. Seats left and we filling them. Until then, only one Joker's car left. To the end. 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 Everything there is to do is done. Not one fucking thing left out. Not one. Fuck cheese, like a long spin the world go round. We conquered it all. Wicked power. Everything there is to do is done. Not one fucking thing left out. Not one. Fuck cheese, like a long spin the world go round. We conquered it all. Wicked power.
Juggalos in concert. Yeah, that's just
I don't know what the song's called. It's just the hidden track. It's after Jay and Shaggy talk about the ADAPT or whatever it is.
Yeah.
When Shaggy calls Jay and tells him, you don't need to bring all that shit to the recording studio. He's like, why not, dog? And then that song comes in after the Shaggy song after.
That beat felt like zany and shit.
Yeah, do. Yeah, we conquered it all. Wicked clowns. Yeah, and
Fire.
It's only like a short 1 minute, maybe 2 minute song. But
That's the thing with Tudo, man. Some of his songs are only a minute long, but they're still fucking fire, and they're still on my list, and they last like a minute. They're like new rapper songs. Like new rapper songs last like 90 seconds these days. Like Tudo was ahead of the game.
hell yeah.
Speaking of which, I'll move it up to my 4th spot. Get Off Me, Dog, off of Ringmaster.
Too dope, man. Check this out, man. You know what the word on the streets is, dog? The word on the streets is that you a bitch. What's up with that, man?
Motherfucker tweak, gotta tweak, why you tweak? Dale guys, willigas, me oh my oh me, get off me, dog, before I sting your chin. I let my nutsack flap in the wind, cause I'm too dope, clown love OG, and it's one chop, 2 point, boom, chop, 3 in the melon, in the back of the melon, 1 black, 2 black, eyeball swelling, always backwards thinking backwards, Lord oh Lordy, sipping on the blunt, puffing on the 40 audio. Motherfuck me, fuck Stuart Frankie. They call me Jelly Jello Boy, cause my nutsack jiggles. And when it's cold out, my nutsack shrivels and crawls up my booty hole warm and snug, and gets chased out by the booty hole bug. God damn, I ain't who I am. I'm always fucking big fat bitches named Pam. 19 years of breathing smog got me mental, so get off me, dog.
You're definitely not getting a 1970s jam band Link song out of that one or anything, but the fucking material in it's so fucking dope. It's like height of ICP being mixing the carnival and the gangsta shit perfectly. Ringmaster is, in my opinion. I just love that whole sound of that album, and to see that Shaggy got some solo love on it, I had to get that on my list, so I'll put that at the 4th spot.
Get off me, dog, before I sting your chin.
What was he saying?
I let my nutsack flap in the wind.
Puffing on the 40. Classic.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
that's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
That's early Shaggy too. So all his, especially his early shit, he came so hard on. But Shaggy always comes hard on his solo shit.
Fuck yeah. My go?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Number 4, Southwest Strangla.
Both of us. I know.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Make way for the lunatic. I wanna stop. I tried, but I can't quit. I want next 2 and 3, maybe 4, to squeeze again and again, and squeeze some more. When you got it, walking down the boulevard, Benny's good. She makes my nutsack hard. I don't know what about my mental state. They might find a bitch dead, floating in a lake. Hey babe, jump in, touch, hungry? Well I got some nuts. Oh shit.
happened last episode too.
I know.
That's crazy.
Her neck long, skinny like a
French fry. I like that about they call me the ghost of the Badlands, but I'm really just a killer with big hands.
1996, supposed to be on the Shags the Clown LP. That would have been fire if it came out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Get on Forgotten Freshness. So that's my number 4.
Choking ostrich, long ass neck.
Yeah. It's so fucking good,
Is
man.
that just on the Forgotten Freshness album, right? And,
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was meant for the solo Shaggy record, the full length
Yeah.
that never came out.
I also love the
That's
hook
right.
on that with Violent J going, "Hey lady, come
Yeah.
here, hey lady," and then they've got like the news report too, where it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, there's been a strangler," or whatever the fuck he's saying. It's dope.
I lost
Hell
my
yeah.
mind at the Shangri-La tour when he performed that shit, man.
Oh shit.
Classic shit right
Because
there.
on the Southwest Strangla.
Ah.
Squeeze, bitch,
My.
die.
So good, bro.
I don't know. Fucking love it.
My number 4 is "Do It" off of the Psychopathics from Outer Space 2 album.
Want the heart, got the juice, let's see you do it. Do it, do it, come on, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, come on, do it, do it, do it, do it. Could you walk through the tracks with the thought you won't be back? You left your note, don't contemplate, and stop the train with your face. Could you steal a ride? Collect your homies Southwest side. Pull up storefront for the job. Your boy got shot, what was wrong? Could you see a bitch? And know for a fact you ain't get shit. Treat that ass, I'll say it's today. Now you in blues, chillin' upstate. Could you caught your knife and randomly take someone's life? Grab the neck and cut right through it. Come on, big man, here's your do it. Do it, do it, come on, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, come on, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, come on, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, come on, do it, do it, do it, do it, come on, just do it.
That's my number 4 right there. Psychopathics from Outer Space 2. It's not my favorite of the 3 albums, but that's one of the good songs off of that album.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Hell yeah.
Those first 2 Psychopathics from Outer Space are almost as good as Joker cards. There's so many good tracks on them.
The big
When it
top.
comes down to it, would you do it? Do it, do it, do it, do it. Yeah, and it's just that Exorcist beat. It's just got that sped up Exorcist beat on it, and it's just that song's shit.
Oh yeah.
So that's my number 4 right there.
Think of how much music they were pumping out at that point. You're talking about Joker cards, Sideshow EPs, Ridas, Lotus, Forgotten Freshness, and they still got Psychopathics from Outer Space. You got fucking The Pendulum was coming out in that era. They had to be recording like a song at least every 3 days.
Every day, right? Yeah, they had to be constantly in the studio. I know a lot of those songs they would record while they were on tour and stuff. They would find studios on their tours, and just whatever city they were in, they would find a studio, go record a song. I know they did that a couple of times out here in Albuquerque. They talk about it. Found a studio out here and recorded. I don't remember which song. I think the Mom song was recorded out here with Rude Boy.
Yeah, Tupac Changes instrumental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were recording a shitload of music then. All of
Yeah,
them.
all
They
of-
had Twisted, Blaze, ABK, Esham. That was that whole era where it was just every Jumpsteady was even recording shit. Like everybody
Yeah.
was.
And
Yeah,
everything
Busy then.
everything was good too. It's not like it was just rushed out shit. Like everything was fucking good. That's what's so
Yeah.
crazy about it. Like you can pump out a bunch of music, but to be at the level that it was in the late 90s and early 2000s, that's crazy. They used to say they had the Matrix back then. If you remember Jay always talking about the Matrix, he said like, remember he was saying Rough Riders had it, No Limit had it. And then there was one point like 2001, 2002, he's like, Psychopathic has the Matrix now because nobody can fuck with the fucking amount of music we're putting out, the amount of tours we're putting out, merch. He's like, we got the Matrix now, motherfucker. And he did.
Well, I remember there would be other labels that would it was Psychological at one time. They promised like an album a month or something like that, and they kind of held to it, but not like Psychopathic. And Psychopathic was just pumping shit out constantly.
Yeah, 2004 is the greatest year of Psychological. What's Wrong with
Yeah.
Bill? Prefix. Gore-Tex.
Yeah, Gore
Oh, shit.
Sabak, all that shit. Yeah.
Fire.
Yep. And that's when they were promised. Mr. Hyde. All those albums
Mr. Hyde,
dropped. All
too, yeah.
that.
Bond of the Naked
Yeah.
Day, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
and that's when they were fucking. Necro was trying to get an album out every month that year, and he didn't get it out. They didn't hold to it, but God, Psychopathic was just pumping shit out at that time too. You know.
Jesus Christ, yes.
So
Talking about the what we'll call the good old days of Psychopathic, I'll move it to more modern times with my number 3 pick is gonna be Psychopathic Soldier. Oh, fuck the fuck off, motherfucker.
I don't know where you come from. I don't know where you come from. Loyalty is number one. Loyalty is number one. No matter how long you've been down. No matter how long you've been down. Psychopathic wicked clown. Psychopathic wicked clown. 808 stomping, snares blaring. The game's turned to a battleground. It's apparent. The sleeping giant woke up. Now you're fucked. Throw on my uniform and soldier up. Dodge that hating venom, spit like bullets. Bring down my hatchet, bunch of mullets. Drake head to toe with red and black. Got juggalos backs, where you at? What I am is what I represent. Juggalo since birth up until the present and beyond till they put me in the dirt. It's a family bond, fuck with it and get hurt. We got weak ass hoes jumping ship, going AWOL, eBay and they shit. Better call your mama, have a kiss her and hold ya. I thought I told you I'm a psychopathic soldier. Gear up, we headed for war. Fake bitches, we ain't in for. Hand up, ain't playing no more. March over, nobody on the floor.
What's Shad's got to say? What's Shad's got to say about this whole fucking Twisted situation? He came out with it on that one. The game turned to a battleground, it appears. The sleeping giant woke up. Now you're fucked. Throw on my uniform and soldier up. Like, first line of the song. Like, you knew shit was hitting the fan.
Just so hard. Left, right, left. I don't know what I've been told. Yeah, when he performs that song live, oh my God. I'm a straight up 17%er, so I feel that song every fucking time. Like, hell yeah.
What I am is what I represent. Juggalo since birth up until the present and beyond till they put me in the dirt. Like, it was just shots. It was just going right at Twisted and MNE, and everybody had been waiting for it. And Shaggy fucking delivered on that one, man. That was the that was like the Juggalo version, no Vaseline, right there. you didn't hear an answer back.
They didn't get them again.
Yeah.
Them niggas are still talking spicy, so they need to get at them again.
Well, I mean, they slip their little disses in here and there, but I don't know. Shaggy didn't slip any disses in. He just made a whole song about it.
Yeah, no,
that was just very blatant. You know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He didn't go the route of trying to sneak diss anybody. He just made a whole song about it and was like, "Here, you deal with that." And that's what's so dope about it. That's why it's at my 3 spot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a really good song.
All right.
All right, Mike. Let's see if we have the same number 3.
You going to 2009 off the I think it's the Red Bank album, Our Hero.
We begin our story inside the state mental institution where our hero was admitted. He's only got 4 months of treatment left. We join him now while he frantically tries to reach his girlfriend, Rebecca.
I've been calling, she ain't picking up the phone. It's been 2 weeks now, she ain't been home. I hang on the end and just let it ring. It suddenly picked up and I heard some things. Sound like fucking, everything shook. They somehow fucked the phone off the hook. I can hear my bitch. I'll be out in 4 months, free to go, but that's too long to let this grow. I'm out the window, I scaled the roof, dodging searchlights and doctor suits. Through the yard quick, over the fence, fuck a razor while I rip my pants into the river off the overpass. Rebecca, I'ma kill your ass. Go Shaggy, go Shaggy.
And now, right when you said that, there's another song that just popped in my mind to think about, but My Hero. Go, Shaggy, go, Shaggy, go.
You know, you have the patient said, yeah, man. Such a good song. His girl Rebecca is cheating on him. He's in a mental institution. He comes home, slices that bitch's stope. This motherfucker Rick come back. He gets blamed for the murder, and Shaggy just fucking takes off. You know what I'm saying? Epic fucking song.
Checks himself into the loony bin, doesn't he?
Yeah. The fucking razor wire ripped my pants.
Checks himself. Fuck, I didn't even think about that song. Yeah, that's a good one. There's
that line in it about Rick getting skins. Like, he ain't hate on him. He's just trying to get some skins. That shit always made me laugh.
And who wouldn't?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, straight up. It sounded like old school Shags. Like, that sounded like 1995 Shags.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And after me being disappointed about
Go Shags, go Shaggy, go.
Patient said.
That song. That's
had the narrator on it.
It's hard to do a top 5 because then it's like shit like that pops up and you're like, damn.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that one either.
Don't fuck with a killer's bitch. Keep your dumb dick in your pants. That's what they tell me. You will find bullet holes in your forehead.
Wow,
straight
that's
up.
A good one.
That's a
really good one.
I had the red pop. That was the disc I had. Was the Bang Pow Boom Red Edition. So that's the extra track I listened to until Nuclear came out.
Yeah, so fucking good.
I was one that bought all 3 of them, just
Likewise.
so I could have all the different tracks. That was like right around the time iTunes was.
Yeah.
So I bought the albums instead of just buying the songs.
All right, I guess my number 3 is I'm Not Alone off the original Fuck Off EP.
Maggots can't fuck with the Shaggy, cause I got a crew. Bitch, a crew like you ain't never even known. Carnival freaks from the ghetto zone. All waiting for the day to put you in your place. I'll have the fat bearded lady sitting on your face. Big boy, bitchy, you might get hurt. That carnival clowns putting in. You think you're the shit cause you think you got the upper hand. But won't you come and meet my boy, the strong man? And he'll grab you by the head and squeeze it till it pops. And shake your motherfucking neck until your head flops. Cause I'm running with the beyond you motherfuckers. I'll make a voodoo doll of you and flick your nuts. See, I was born to cause a killer carny ruckus. I came up and then stabbing and choke them motherfuckers. I leave the screwdriver sticking halfway out your dome. The worst part about it is I'm not alone. Freaks deep in the night. Thought I was a nerd, but you picked the wrong thing. Give me crack Goon, but they don't care. They bust you in your motherfucking head with a chair. Truckers and freaks deep in the night. Thought I was a nerd, but you picked the wrong thing. Give me crack Goon, but they don't care. They bust you in your motherfucking head.
It just goes hard, bro. This is old school Shaggy. Like, maggots can't fuck with the Shaggy cause I got a crew. Bitch, a crew like you ain't ever even known. Carnival freaks from the ghetto zone.
That beat is Jay, so fucking dope.
I know the other beat's dope. And Jay on the hook is really dope. Jokerz and freaks deep in the night. That's so fucking dope too. Like old school. That's like the old school ICP Shaggy sounds dope.
Yeah, great song. Almost on my list, but I had to pick something else. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's so dope about those Shaggy songs. Is Violent J's usually on the chorus, and it kind of switches up what most ICP songs were back then. Usually it was the other way around. Shaggy was either on the chorus or like doing the intro yelling. But whenever it was Shaggy solos, you got Jay on those hooks, and everybody know Jay writes fire fucking hooks, especially back then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They bust you in the motherfucking head with a chair. So dope.
And I'm partial to anything that appeared on Forgotten Freshness Volume 1 and 2. Those are arguably my favorite albums.
And those were doing damage in UFCD. Body.
Yeah. I think it was because there were so many Shaggy tracks. I remember like discussing it in the chat room. I think the reason this keeps winning is because there's so many Shaggy tracks on this fucking album.
Yeah, man, it was killing shit. And people were mad at us. You mad at us?
It's like what the fuck are we supposed to do about it? I remember
and that was the only way you could get so many solo Shaggy tracks at one time back in the day.
Yep.
It's the only way.
Yep.
I think that's why they kept winning. It was because it was a good amount of Shaggy songs, and fucking we didn't get a lot of them back then, so everybody holds the ones that we did get dear to the heart.
Yeah. So we're doing number 3 now?
Yes,
sir.
My number 3 is I Live My Life on Stage Off
that's
Book of
my
the Wicked, Chapter 1.
I live my life on stage. I see me in the house. We here to stay. I live my life on stage. Even behind the scenes, it's a hatchet all day. I live my life on stage. At the end of the day, it's family always.
Nowadays I call the road home. The wheels of the hatchet bus just roll on. Every state there is, I already been. The same hoes there with my nuts on their chin. A bus load of killers trying to start a mosh pit. You could get stomped out if you start shit. Psychopathic shirt, psychopathic chain. I'm a motherfucking scrub and I'm running the game. They all probably wonder what's behind the face paint. I can wipe it off, it'll be the same. I don't live like a rock star, but I always end up cuffed in a cop car. Where my juggalos at? Right here. I got mad love for the juggalettes. Alright, come on, let's go. It's a wicked show, welcome to the carnival.
I live my life on stage. All the juggalos gather when the fame goes.
That song's just with that Boondocks beat.
Live my life on stage.
Yeah, just talking about living life on the road. Just fucking, it's just a dope song.
I forgot about that
Where my
too.
juggalos at? Right here. Yeah, I got mad love for the juggalettes. Woo woo. All right, come on, let's go.
Live my life
Yeah.
on stage. That shit's fire, dude.
Yeah, live my life on stage. Yeah, that song's just, man. It's one of those songs that you just like fucking, even at the end, just the whole family, when he's just that whole beat and the family chant in the end. I mean, it still kind of gives me shivers. I mean, the family era is not what it used to be or whatever, but when you got Shaggy making a song like that, it still kind of means something, you know?
Yeah.
So
I remember kind of sleeping on those mixtapes until I went to a gathering and I was at an autograph tent or a seminar tent, and they could just left them on rotation as there was nothing going on. And I remember hearing that song, was like, man, I've got to invest in these fucking mixtapes, and I did once I got home, and they were fucking really, really dope. I slept on them, but there's some pretty fucking good shit on all those fucking mixtapes.
All those mixtapes, the Books of the Wickeds and the
Let Them Bleed.
Let Them Bleed, yeah, the Let Them Bleeds are fucking dope.
Yo, the covers were super fresh too.
Yo,
we should battle those if they all match up, sis, one day.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I didn't even think about all the DJ Clay. Yeah, that'd be a good one too. Let Them Bleeds and the Book of the Wickeds. Man,
yeah, those would be fresh.
Chapter one, Book of the Wicked has so many good songs.
It's
that
fun.
opener, Super Ninja, Live My Life on Stage. Yeah.
Super Ninja's fire.
Yeah, that song's a shit. But, yeah, that's my number 3. I Live My Life on Stage.
Great choices. I love that song, man.
Yeah, dope pick right there for sure. I'll move it up to the 2 spot for me now. It's going to be off of Mighty Def Pop, Bazooka Joey.
Pappy was a World War II vet, and I found his bazooka set in the basement with a bag of mortars. Yeah, bitch, I'm done taking orders. Dragged it outside, tried it out, dropped the shell in and fired it out. Across the street to the neighbor's kitchen, and now half of their house is missing. Fuck yeah! I grabbed the rockets, beer truck in the scope, I locked it. Blew the wheels off and flipped it twice. I'm realizing with that zook I'm nice and I'm dancing. With a goddamn bazooka. Bazooka Joey. Bazooka. Bazooka Joey. And I'm dancing. With a goddamn bazooka. Bazooka Joey. Bazooka. Bazooka Joey. I sent a hot one right through the doors and left them mangled in a pile of boards. I swear my shoulder is loving the shot. Fucked up an H&R block.
You got that too?
Yeah, number 2.
It was
overdose.
Yeah, it's my number 2. Damn.
It sounded like another 1995. It sounded like it sounded like a completed version of Stomp to me. It was like a 1995, 1996 sounding Shaggy song in 2012. So I was definitely glad to hear that shit. I still think it fucking would make a really dope video, just him blowing up fucking shit with a fucking bazooka.
Grandpappy was a World War II vet.
I found his bazooka set.
and I'm dancing. That shit is hard, bro.
Yeah, Bazooka Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good
That's another song that'll get you
going.
done. That's another song that'll get you going. Is I'm dancing like
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mighty Death Pop. Yeah, I didn't even think about that song either. See, there's so much Shaggy solo between solo albums and then just his regular solo songs.
Yeah, man.
I always laughed at this lyric. I set up a hot one right through the doors and left them mangled pile of boards. I swear my shoulder's loving the shot. Fucked up an H&R Block. I can just see Shaggy, like, outside of H&R Block's fucking thing, just
Giggling and laughing.
And then throwing up the fucking double fingers like in the picture right there.
Yeah, man. That's wild, bro.
Mikey Clark, classic fucking Mikey Clark beat with the clowns.
Yo.
Yeah, that is a good one. That's a really good one. My number
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, not this time. All right, okay. All right. My number 2 is a prototypical Shaggy 2 Dope song. Fuck Off. Off of Fuck Off.
Suck my balls! All I wanna do is choke a bitch. Roll up a tibby and smoke the bitch. I dropped out of school when I quit my job. All I wanna be is a fat fucking slob. Cause I don't care about none of y'all bitches. Shut the fuck up and drop your britches. Cause I'm clogging up bank. So I don't give a fuck about what none of y'all think. When I do it, so I wreck the place. I run around the stage kicking bitches in the face. Cause I ain't nothing soft. So you and the boys can straight fuck off. Suck my nuts, bitch, fuck you. Nigga, suck my nuts, suck you. Suck my nuts, bitch, fuck you. Nigga, suck and dust, suck my nuts, bitch, fuck you. Nigga, kiss my ass and fuck you. Suck my nuts, bitch, fuck you. Fuck you when your mama ain't shit.
Pizza boy pizza.
I want a large extra cheese pizza.
Pick up or delivery?
Delivery.
Okay, your address?
Yeah, it's near the high school. 232.
All I want to do is choke a bitch, roll up a Jimmy and smoke the bitch. I dropped out of school and I quit my job. All I want to be is a fat fucking slob. And then the hook, suck my nuts, bitch. Fuck you. Like, come on, bro. That's fucking classic, bro. And the scratching on the song is super dope too. Like, come on, man, perfect.
That's one of my all-time favorite Shaggy illustrations.
Yeah.
Grabbing the nuts with the middle finger. Anytime I get a picture with Shaggy, I got my fucking nuts in the middle finger. Always. Like every picture I'm in with Shaggy, it's a fucking nuts in the middle finger.
Yeah, this is the song that spawned basically his solo album, his next solo. Like all of his solo albums are based pretty much off of this song.
The whole trilogy has been birthed from this song.
Yeah.
It also birthed
the trilogy.
It also birthed the T-shirts that'll get you kicked the fuck out the mall quick as shit back in like 1999.
Yeah, I've talked about that before. That was the one that way back in the day, I mail ordered shirts from Psychopathic. So I had to send them a money order and fucking they had to send me the shirts back. And one of the shirts they didn't have, I think it was Great Malenko. So they sent me the white 2 Dope Fuck Off shirt. And I'm like 15, 16 years old. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with this shirt? I can't do anything with this shirt. God damn it. I wish I still had it because now that shirt's probably like fucking, crazy, but I'll never forget that shit.
Yeah, original pressing of that shirt is probably worth some fucking cheese.
Yeah.
Remember we was watching the first Hallowicket. They had the line. They were scrolling the line on the first Hallowicket.
Yeah.
We were like, I was like, if you had every T-shirt and hat that was in this fucking line right now, you'd have fucking 3 houses and a new car with how much fucking value the shit these people have on.
God damn.
Like Insanity, fucking OG pressing shirts, fucking original Ringmaster shirts. It's crazy. Jay had on that fucking first Ringmaster jersey, the first jersey ever created.
So fresh.
Damn, yeah, that's just worth so much money. It's crazy how much fucking ICP merch is worth, you know?
I was talking to Vinny, the ICP kid, when I was doing 20 and 17 about like what his holy grails are, and he said one of them would be that Ringmaster jersey because Jay doesn't know where it is, so it's been lost for the last like 25 years, and it's the first jersey ever made for ICP, so it'd be super fresh to fucking own, but nobody knows where it is.
It's like the Ric Flair butterfly robe or what?
Straight up. Somebody on a mission for it.
Nobody knows where the fuck it went.
It probably went to
didn't they?
No, they still haven't found it.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the butterfly robe. They eventually found it at the.
Oh yeah. I think they knew. I think they knew where it was the whole time. I think that whole show was just super fake. I think they probably knew where that fucking thing was the whole time.
It's WWE. It wouldn't surprise me if it was scripted. You know?
Because like that one dude, Conrad Thompson, he's a Ric Flair collector, and he knows where everything Ric Flair is, and then they were like didn't know where it was. All you had to do is call that motherfucker. He knows exactly where it is. He may even have it in his fucking case.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that Ringmaster jersey, that'd be dope to fucking have that jersey though.
First Hallowicket, so it's got so much history tied to it. Hallowickett's my favorite. Hallowickett's my favorite fucking event, ICP related, so it just adds that much more value to it. It was the first ever Hallowicket.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's hell yeah. So, number 2 we're going?
Yeah.
My number 2 is a Fofo track. What Riders Do for Money.
Once upon a time, I was sitting at a stoplight, counting my cheddar and shining up the gas, right? Game tight, never caught slipping. Fools full of pimping, straight set tripping. Hell no, I ain't letting this shit ride. Got out, opened their door and got inside. Chilling in the backseat, pulled out the heat. Heated to the dome and car coming with me. What? Matter of fact, fuck all that. Don't care what time of day or what place I'm at. Just me and my piece. Resting in the creek between boxes of denim. And everything is cold cheese. Cause I cease an open opportunity. Every time a sucker gets caught slipping next to me, pockets get lined. Everything's lovely. One way I want it gets down. Falls more than years. What riders do for money.
They had the Bullet, Fofo, and Lil Shank singles on that album, on the single. And the second song was What Riders Do for Money. I can't think of I can't remember who did the original beat for that song. I used to know it. But anyways, yeah.
Damn.
We're just talking about how much fire they were putting out in that era. A comic book single makes your top 5. That's how it was. Every song. I Don't Care was fucking bomb as shit off the Pendulum. Fucking Amazing Maze.
That Fofo song, Bullet and the Little Shank, at that time they were supposed to be recording solo Rida albums, and they had all recorded some songs for their solo albums, and those 3 songs were off of each of their solo albums. So,
always wonder where that shit ends up that we never hear it. Like, why did that shit never come from Forgotten Freshness?
That fucking case sold in that fucking first Patreon.
Yep.
Dude, could you imagine what's in that fucking CD case?
Oh, man.
All the shit that he said he didn't even know it was because they would just label it with some bullshit. So if people found it in the car, they wouldn't steal it. They just, you know.
Yeah, he put like Britney Spears mix, and it was actually like new tracks for a Joker card.
Yeah, totally. So, you know, those Riders fucking albums could be in that stack of CDs that he sold, you know. But at one time, they were supposed to all be doing individual Rida albums. And that Fofo song was the one that was supposed to be off of his. Yeah.
Did it ever surface who ended up with that book? of CDs? Did anybody ever like come out on the museum or something and claim ownership of that?
I haven't seen shit about it since he sold it. And
So
then there
probably
was something like he forgot that, like there was something else he forgot to like add to it or something, like another stack of like CDs. So I don't know if he just sent those out with it or.
It's probably one of them dudes that's got all the footage that they like just have and never put out. Like there's a whole group of collectors that's got like
Commie dude or whatever.
CD Todd.
Yeah,
like
that dude, man.
Yeah, if that dude ends up with it, like nobody will hear it, which is weird to me.
yeah, I've seen in the museum some of those dudes have like.
Didn't Jay make like a
Raised.
wedding CD or some shit?
Yeah, I've seen that shit floating around in the museum, passed around like their wedding fucking CD and shit. Like
it's fucking weird, bro.
Yeah, that's some weird
the
shit.
wedding invitation, and it was like a box set or some shit, you know. And
fucking wild, bro.
I know one of them was because Rudy sold somebody one or something, and then that started circulating, and well, it's crazy some of the shit that just pops up. You're like, how the fuck did you even get a hold of this shit? You know, like. But yeah, if only they would have done solo Rida albums.
Yeah, that would have been
That,
fun.
like, a Fofo. Could you imagine a whole Fofo album, like a whole Bullet album? Like,
And they go hard on the
some of Jay's fucking hardest lyrics are his Bullet, you know?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm gonna leave your eye hanging out like Bushwick.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
so what riders do for money? And that was the same era as what Psychopathics from Outer Space 2, like you were saying. They were just pumping all that music out at that time.
Time to move it up to the number one. Time to move it up to the one spot now. It's already been mentioned for me, Southwest Strangla.
I was a freak in the second grade, I had a beard. I sit alone in the back of the art class and draw necks with a big red dash. I never thought I'd be a lunatic, a disgrace. I dropped out of middle case. I quit school, but I never left the hall. I grabbed kids, drag them in between the wall. You hear me scream, echo through the gym class. You hear me chugging bitches up in the vent shaft. They call me the ghost of the Badlands, but I'm really just a killer with big hands. Allow me to squeeze your neck here until your brain pop dead up your fucking ear. Bury it in my backyard with the twisted spine, baby bro, cause I'm just like
I know I don't deserve any special treatment from any of you, but I would like at least one last request before you execute me, if possible. It's not really much. I would just like an ice cold 2 liter of Fago. Thank you. Okay. Fry me.
It's the dude's fucking name, for God's sake. It named him. It's so good. It stuck to him. Once he put out that song, the name stuck. And it's what we've already discussed. It's a dope ass fucking song.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, it's a song about fucking choking people. you can't get much better for an ICP track, and it's fucking Shaggy, old school Shaggy.
Yeah. So fucking good.
My number one already been mentioned as well from Look the Goon, man. Fuck off.
fuck off, bitch, this is my record. I work up like a mental case and start throwing left hooks at your face. I won't mix no rap with rock and roll like somebody else I know. Bitch boy, you can suck my sack, and after that you can kiss my ass crack. And freaks, you ain't all that. Titties ain't shit, but sacks are fat, bitch. Cause if you really wanna know what I think your neck stink like a fish tank. So when the early cracks are done, take your 2 fat sacks of shit and get the fuck on. Best leave me $1 for Fago, bitch, or I'ma have to bust you in your
shit, running around the stage, kicking bitches in the face.
Yeah.
You and your boys can straight fuck off. Classic.
My nuts.
Suck my nuts, bitch. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's so fucking good.
Legendary, man. Love that EP as well. It's a
Oh,
great
yeah.
song. Number one for me. Fuck off. Too dope.
Hell yeah. Like I said, my number one favorite illustration of Shaggy. I collect all the shirts with the fuck off logo. Anything that has the fuck off logo, I try to get a hold of. Just
Yeah.
that is my all-time. Because I love all the variations they've done with the B-Boy Shaggy, the Super Gathering Shaggy, the Freddy Krueger Shaggy.
Yeah.
All the different ones they've done so far. I try to get a hold of all of those. The Whoop Stock Shaggy, the Hippie Shaggy. Yeah, they've done a lot of variations of it now, but that original OG variation, that's just, man, just wearing that shirt back in the day, people would just freak out when I'd be wearing that shirt with the fucking fingers right in your face, you know?
On the back.
Or people would be walking behind me and you hear them because fuck off is just huge on the back. And I mean, it's huge. It's big on the back.
And it's spelled out. It's not like DX's 2-word suck it shirt where it's got like a fucking like asterisk in the middle of the for the U or something. It's spelled flat the fuck out in red letters.
Yeah, and you're walking towards somebody and that finger is just it's huge on the shirt. So I've always loved that illustration. It offends so many people. I still, even to this day, it still offends people. Like I was wearing it not too long ago, and this old man behind me was all, "Why don't you tell us all how you feel?" You read my shirt, right?
I like the art on the. I like the disc art on the Fuck Off album as well. It's got the fingers and it spins around. If you had like an old school CD player back in the day, you could see through it. But fucking, you could see it spinning around and shit.
Fingers spinning.
Yeah, that was super dope. Old school freshness.
Fuck yeah. That was your number one, Mikey?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. So my number one, I'm actually surprised this hadn't showed up on anybody's list. It's Clown Love, bro.
Gangsters banging, nuts straight hanging, chilling in the alleyway, sign straight waving up in the air. Out here they don't care. Get your motherfucking hell and bust it for a stare. Love pumping through the heart, blowing through the veins. Pop a motherfucker like it ain't no thing. Bloodshot eyes from pumping on the blood. Let me see that rag, let me see that love. Rolling through the hood, top cut down, compact, so full, motherfucking on the ground. Max with the homies, spitting on the hoes. Stop in the store, but we're go for a roll. Grabbing on your balls, straight slaying stones. Fuck the gang squad trying to take me out my home. Check my neck, and I got yours, cuz roll with your set and keep that clown love. Throw your signs in the air. One side I don't check, I don't care. Cause I'm down with the clown everywhere. Cause much clown love is in here. Throw your signs in the air. One side I don't check, I don't care. Cause I'm down with the clown everywhere. And much clown love is in here.
So fucking good, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which said I don't check, I don't
I
care.
don't care.
Clown Love is everywhere.
Because there's much clown love everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop a motherfucker like it ain't no thing. Bloodshot eyes from puffing on the bud. Let me see that rag. Let me see that.
See that
love.
love.
God,
So
like
dope,
Shaggy
man.
just had that whole gangster flow. Like,
Hell
yeah.
Shaggy was so dope. Just that whole gangster flow.
94.
Yeah, that's why they called him Too Dope.
So yeah.
Again, this was with Jay on the chorus, you know. Do you wanna throw your signs in the air? So dope.
Yeah. What said I don't check, I don't care.
So much clown.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So
With
dope.
Yeah,
the
you
clown
could-
banging.
Any song on that original EP could have been on my top 5 list for sure.
Oh, easily.
Oh yeah.
Easily. Yeah, that is, I don't know. That is one I kind of just stayed away from on purpose because I figured a lot of those songs were going to be picked anyways.
Yeah.
So I was trying to go through just other songs and I'm like, oh shit, man, dude, that's such a dope song. Because like I was saying earlier, there's so many dope Shaggy songs that it's hard to just narrow it down to 5, you know?
Yeah.
Because like you said, you could pick any of those songs off of that EP. So I stayed away from that one on purpose just because I figured a few of those would be picked.
That's good because you brought up a bunch of ones that I haven't heard in like a long ass time, like that Fofo track for 2. I was like, man, I haven't heard that song in fucking probably since it came out.
Riders do for money. Yeah,
I gotta download that again. It's on my old computer somewhere. Like,
Yeah,
I gotta download that again.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
yeah. My number one, being the 17% that I am, of course, I went with what was already picked earlier, Psychopathic Soldier.
Thought the grass was greener on the other side. Now you're bent over, ass open wide. I gotta thank you for taking out the trash. Crying little bitches, crumbs on the pants. Feels good not dealing with them little girls. It's bigger deals, us against the world. Juggalos will unite. We told ya, feel the power of psychopathic soldiers. Gear up, we headed for more. Fake bitches, we ain't in for. Armed up, ain't playing no more. March on, nobody on the floor. We gearing up, doing this war thing. The fake bitches, we wiping the slate clean. Armed to the teeth, all plain cease. Bust the fucking head, make your body leap. We got more fuckers overstepping boundaries and selling out. And now is the time we put these bitch ass hoes in their place.
That's fucking Uncle Shaggy right there. Anything Uncle Shaggy and Papa J say, I follow. They tell me to drink the fucking Faygo, I'm gonna drink the Faygo. So I'm a psychopathic soldier, that's for sure.
Even if it's Arctic Blast and it tastes like shit.
I don't know what Shaggy was talking about because we tried that shit and we were like, damn, this shit's actually pretty good.
Oh, for real? See, I've never had it just because of that lyric, or just because of that.
Yeah.
That one. I've never tried it.
On the way back from the last gathering, Evil and I found some, so we bought a couple of bottles of it, tried it out, and we were like, damn, Shaggy should have fucking said something about Red Pop and thrown that shit away because this Arctic Sun is good, man. Yeah, I don't understand that now. But
yeah, I've literally not ever tried that, but just because of that line for 20 years, I've avoided that. That's just because I figured it tastes like shit because they said it did.
It tasted like that drink. What is it? Squirt.
yeah, it's like grapefruit. So if you don't like grapefruit,
Yeah.
you might not like it. Yeah,
Yeah, it was just like Squirt, pretty much. So
60-40 is the weirdest one I've had. I didn't like it at all.
never tried 60-40.
never had it either.
Never tried that.
I think that's like a Detroit only one because it must be like an acquired taste because it's nasty. It's nothing that would sell nationally. Go ahead and get into some honorable mentions. A lot of the ones I had written down for honorable mentions already got named. The two that I've got left that I didn't hear anybody name was I Fucked a Cop. I thought that was one of the dope ones.
Oh, that's my shit.
And a classic too, though, man. Like classic
Fuck
too,
the Cop.
and you could just see as much trouble as Shaggy's been in with the law, how fucking dope he would think it would be to fuck a cop. So that maybe you'll enjoy that song.
I have that shirt where he's on the front. He's got the cop around his arm and says, "I fucked a cop" on the front.
Yeah, it's just hard.
Hell yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good
This
one.
one would be Keep It Scrubbing off Fuck the Fuck Off.
Damn.
That's an anthem song.
Oh yeah.
It was almost one that's you could almost say like is one of the more popular tracks, but it's so good live that I want to at least get it an honorable mention.
They shooting for me.
Yeah.
Bullets on my fucking head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's dope as shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Luke?
I think I had Tell These Bitches. I love that fucking song.
Yeah.
That's the video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that video's dope as shit. He's like pushing little kids and old people down.
Yeah. Tell these bitches how they gonna die. It's so dope.
Yeah, that album was really fucking good. I was super impressed by that. Fuck the fuck off, motherfucker.
From front to back, right? Stretch Nuts. That's another great one off of that album.
Fucking Violent J. Violent J's flow on that fucking Steaming Up the Windows song too. Man, he fucking kills that shit.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. That's another one off of that album, Fogging Up the Windows. Like,
Dead on the
fucking-
bedspread.
Yeah.
Too
It's-
dope.
He dropped the Red Fred line in that one too. First time that he like mentioned Fearless Fred was that
Yeah.
song.
The fit, or yeah, what did you say? The fifth is all red, red Fred, red Fred.
Yep.
Yeah. For me, one would be off the Marvelous Missing Link outtakes, Joey the Butcher.
Joey the Butcher. Yeah.
That song is just dope. Was it They Shootin' off of Fearless Fury?
Yeah.
The Wes Werner fucking that beat. What is it taken? It's taken from we're gonna ride on through.
Electric Avenue.
Electric Avenue.
yeah.
Yeah, that yeah.
And
Yeah.
open fucking fire.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
song's dope.
They Shoot's
Yeah.
another one. Another one that was mentioned, Stomp. That song is just fucking hard. Shaggy just kills it on that song. So yeah, those are three that I could think of off the top of my head that would get honorable mention.
Oh yeah. Anybody watching, if you think we snubbed any song or you got your own top 5 Shaggy Tudo songs, definitely put it in the comments. We'll read them on the next episode of the show if we think there's some good comments, or if we think it was a dumb comment, we'll call you out as well and laugh and make fun of you.
Oh, another one. It's twisted off of Fuck the Fuck Off.
Why you always fucking with us?
Yeah, why you always fucking with us?
Always fucking with us, yeah.
That song too.
We're gonna have to revoke your 17 card there, sis.
Yeah, but that song was always one of my favorite songs off the Fuck the Fuck Off album.
Oh yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah, it's a dope one.
yeah. Why you always fucking with us?
Who the fuck move? Man, that shit's
Wicked
hard.
Wild. Yeah. Yeah, that song's a shit. So yeah, those would be my honorable mentions.
Before we get out of here, when Mike and Siznac talk about UFCD a little bit, because they host it every week on Studio 17, coming back for the second season, already rocking a little bit. Just let everybody know where they can find it, what time, or who they can contact to find out more about the show.
Brooklyn Menace. He's the brains behind it. You know, Siznac, he does the host. I'm the co-host. You know, killing shit. Everybody fucks with it.
Find us on Studio 17, usually Friday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern. We decided to start doing. If not Friday, Saturday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern. We usually let everybody know. We got our next tournament coming up. Not this week, probably next week, which will be the RLP tournament. We're doing Esham and Nodis albums.
Oh yeah, that'll be dope.
Best, how many albums is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 16 albums out of the Nodis and Esham catalog, battling it out. And then Studio 17 just hit 1,000 subscribers. So we're going to be doing a 24-hour stream in celebration of that and doing a battle of the sideshow EPs.
Yep.
I definitely say subscribe to Studio 17 and turn the notifications on so you get notified when UFCD goes live, because it's something you want to watch live because you can actually affect the outcome of the show when you're watching. If the hosts don't agree on which song is better that's facing each other, then it goes up to the chat room. So you definitely want to be there because you can definitely sway the vote a little bit with just a couple people in there if you can get it going. I was in there rolling hard for Forgotten Freshness 1 and 2 the whole fucking season. It went all the way to the finals.
Yeah, it's crazy how shit'll end up like a lot of those in the psychopathic tournament. Went down to the chat pretty much. With tie all the way to the end.
Until you get in there and actually go head to head with tracks, because the way they do it is that, you know, if there's the same amount of tracks, track 1 battles track 1, track 2 battles track 2, and you think the Riddle Box or the Great Malenko is just going to dominate everybody, and then it comes in and gets upset in the early rounds because of just how the tracks are laid out.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's just how the tracks are laid out. You think both songs are fucking great, but then you listen to them side by side, and you're like, hey, this song is actually better than this song. And a lot of outcomes, it's Forgotten Freshness Volume 2 made it all the way to the finals, you know? Like, how the fuck does that happen? Forgotten Freshness Volume 2.
No Joker's cards, just that record against Tails.
And Dark Lotus. No Joker's card made it to the final. Dark Lotus, a compilation, and a super group. Yep.
A compilation of songs that they didn't think were good enough to put out originally at that.
Exactly, yeah.
Once again, showing how good everything they put out back then was, which is kind of the theme of this whole entire show.
Yeah. Oh, they're just killing it. So, yeah, check us out. UFCD Studio 17, 10 p.m. Eastern Fridays, or 11 p.m. Eastern. Right? Fridays,
Saturday.
or Saturdays.
Yeah.
Whenever schedules permit.
I'll remind everybody, every Thursday on the Fago Lovers Network, we'll drop a new episode of 5 Piece where we rank all things Juggalo top 5s. If you got an ideal for a top 5 you want to see ranked, if you want to be on the show and help us rank them, drop it in the comments. Like I said, if you think we snubbed any songs or you got your own top 5 Shaggy list, put that in the comments as well. Until next time, the Jokerz Gallery, this was 5 Piece. We out.
Woo, woo.